Hi, folks. This is Neil, and today is Sunday, April the 7th, and I haven't made a video for the past, I would say, 6 days. Just because I kind of needed to not make a video. That way, at the end of the 6 days, you guys should be able to see some kind of difference in my workout routine. As far as not workout routine, but as far as my body changes, the physical changes. So let's see what I'm looking like, and maybe you guys can either tell me, whether or not I've leaned out a little bit from my previous, my first video. Let me stand up so you guys can take a side view of my stomach and see whether or not what you guys think. So I do see a little bit of definition in here, but still have a long way to go. Uh, so here you have it, and hopefully, you guys do see a little bit uh, of muscularity. But once again, I think I should be a lot more leaner. But any results that I can see, I'll basically take. So I'm not going to complain because I've been really working hard, working out twice a day. I did last week. I did about 6 hours of cardio a week, and I'm eating really good. Fruits, veggies, a lot of fish. I'm still taking my protein, my testosterone booster, and my amino acid and my muscle recovery. All the supplements that I showed you that I was taking, and creatine, of course. All the supplements I was taking last video that I showed you guys. So, what's been going on with me for the past 6 days? So, same stuff. Again, they're still, tampering my food and my water, but I think because of my diet and learning about, the effects of myostatin and some other stuff as far as estrogen. They may put estrogen in your water if you're a man, because estrogen really it helps out also actually when you work out, for guys to get a little bit of estrogen in, because it helps with your cardio, but it also helps to bring the fat into the midsection here. So you guys may feel a little bit of that's why I really don't take soy protein, because soy protein is high in estrogen, and that estrogen helps to actually make the fat centered in the gut area, in the abdominal area. So, but it's good to take a little bit. Eat a sweet potato every, at least once or twice a week, and it's also great for fighting cancer and all that kind of stuff. So, but like I said, I've really been working hard, reading a lot, and I wish I had this book here with me, and it's called Medical Apartheid, and it's by Harriet Washington. It basically chronicles the illegal experimentations that were done to African Americans, Black Americans, basically from slavery up until today. And it's a very interesting book. Read the introduction of the book, so I'm beginning the first chapter probably tonight, and we'll see how that goes. Because my thing is that when you're in this type of program, mind control, psychological harassment, behavior modification, is all intertwined. It's torture. This is how they get you to change your behavior, by torturing you, poisoning your food. And I've explained in other videos, how they do this. They do this very subtly. They may put something in your food, in your water, at a particular restaurant that you go to eat every day for lunch or whatever. And sooner or later you'll find yourself not eating at that restaurant, because you're going to feel strange. And so basically what they try to do, they basically try to isolate you in a certain area. They may hire you at a job that's way out in the boondocks, or somewhere where there is basically maybe one or two restaurants to eat lunch at, and every place else is pretty much far. So that way, it's very easily to implement this type of thing, because it's in a controlled environment. So you guys have to be mindful of that, for TIs who are possibly seeking employment at particular areas. not so much in urban cities, but cities, smaller cities, big urban cities, but smaller cities like the city that I live in, Charlotte, and other surrounding areas. So be very mindful of that. And so I'm also my second uh, my second lesson, guitar lesson actually. I was taking classes online, but I'm not really comfortable with a class online. I'm not really motivated at home because I do read a lot, and when I'm at home, I prefer to actually, read a book, listen to some music, and I have recently gotten on the guitar, and I've actually learned my first blues lick on my guitar. So, I'm going to play for you guys probably at the end of the video. But just some things that I want to explain, during the past week. Just be very careful with the people around you, because people are easily influenced by money, by power, or for guys who are, guys and ladies, they use the opposite sex to kind of manipulate you into doing things that that you may not do. For example, I was at the gym doing legs with this guy that I haven't really done legs with in a long time. I mean, years. And I was at the gym. He's like, "Yo, let's do some legs." I was like, "Cool." Did some legs. Actually had a protein drink that he had gotten from Walmart, and he was like, "Well, here, here's a protein drink for you." But I knew there was probably something in it because that's what they do. They offer whenever they offer you stuff for free, especially the drink. I mean, don't drink it. I mean, I drank it because I want to learn about this. So I'm basically experimenting on my own to see what kind of of effects whatever that they drink may put in my drink. But at the same time, I'm also mindful of that they might poison me in some in some instances. So but I think that being that I'm so out there and people are aware of what I'm going through, that they probably not going to really take that chance anytime soon anyway. I'm not saying that they might not, because these people that we're dealing with are very, they're off their rockers. They have no conscience, they have no empathy, and you can never tell what they do. But sometimes I get a feel for things, and so I said, okay, I'm gonna take the protein, and I didn't drink it at the gym because I think people were waiting for me to drink it at the gym. So when I got home, I drank it, and it just seemed like the when I left the gym, my legs were swole and was aching. I drank the protein about 30 minutes later, half an hour later, I felt like like everything, like the kind of felt like like my muscle was and my legs was kind of regressing in some sense. But I mean, I understand when you do legs, and usually when I do legs, and I take a nap after, and we're talking about all day, my legs still remain pumped and still hurts. So after like 30 minutes for that, and I did, and when I squat with other people, I squat heavy, with a spotter. So that was kind of odd, and I hadn't seen him 2 days in a row after the gym, and then the last time I saw him, he just walked past me, didn't say anything to me at all. So I thought that was kind of strange, for someone who I guess they're trying to send me subliminal messages that they're gonna poison me if I come to the gym again. But I'm gonna keep going to the gym. They're not gonna keep me out the gym. That's what they want. They want you to get all unhealthy, so you can possibly have a stroke, heart attack. They can basically they can induce diabetes. And that's why it's very important for TIs to get really healthy and lower your midsection, because it really doesn't matter your size. For diabetes, it's all about, and heart problems, it's all about the midsection. So keep your midsection low, and eat healthy, and get plenty of exercise, plenty of rest, and let's see what else has been going on. Well, my neighbors upstairs, same thing. Again, they woke me up out of my sleep early this morning. With the noise. A couple of nights ago, they were arguing. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. They're arguing and all this kind of stuff. So, well, what I do, I just turn my music up, or I get on my guitar and I just start strumming. But now that I've learned this lick, I think I'm gonna get on this. I also have an electric guitar with a 10-watt amp. I'm actually getting a 50-watt amp, so that's gonna be interesting, I should say. Once I get that 50-inch amp and they start making noise, I'm gonna start making noise too. And then also in the news, I like to pay respect to the female diplomat and the 6 Americans that were killed in Afghanistan. You know, as much as the stuff that we go through as TI, and we know that it's the government that's doing this. And you know, I don't wish, I never wish anyone killed or you know anything like that. And you know, it's just, I just want these people caught. I want these people brought to justice. I want to look at them in their face, and I want to remind them of the history of these experiments and the harm that it has caused many people. You know, so you know, as just as a reminder to say, you know, you guys, you know, you work for the people that pay taxes, and you are betraying our trust. You're torturing innocent citizens. You know, you're using mind control technology on folks, and these things have a very severe effect on people. You know, whether or not, you know, they may think that, you know, they can fix this issue. You can't. You know, you can't, you know, run these mind control experiments, create split personalities in folks, you know, induce some chemical, you know, into their brain to make their, you know, to make their thinking pattern warped and all this kind of stuff, and expect to fix them like that. It just doesn't work. You know, at times I feel like, you know, they're tampering my water, and I feel, you know, my head kind of feels like numb sometimes. And you know, they send me subliminal messages talking about they trying to fix what they've done to me, but they can't fix it. Once your thinking pattern has been completely altered, there's no way they can fix that. You know, there's no way they can fix that if they continue to do this to you over a long period of time. You know, it causes mental illness, and it has caused mental illness to me and a lot of other folks that they've done this to. You know, other than, you know, also being blacklisted, you know, from jobs, and you know, as far as my social life, I mean, I've been single for about 6 years, and they're trying to plant people in my life, you know, and that thing is, you know, and what they try to do is they try to find people that have similar interests as you. And what they do, because they monitor you, they monitor what you like. So for example, you know, taking classes, you know, with this guitar, all of a sudden I meet this lady, and she's learning to play the acoustic guitar too. You know, just, you know, she works out at the gym and all that, you know, works out, all this kind of stuff. And you know, just how they plant people in your life. You got to be very mindful of that, because like I said, they monitor you. They look at what you do, what you like to do, and they try to play matchmaker. But this person is here to basically make your life miserable. You know, if I tell a woman that, okay, we have all this in common, and I tell her, hey, you know what, I'm an atheist, and you know, and she's telling you, well, okay, you're an atheist, but do you believe in spirituality? I'm like, well, really, if you understand anything about atheists, we don't believe in spirituality. I mean, you know, spirituality has nothing to do. My understanding of spirituality has nothing to do with religion, has nothing to do with God. It's about understanding yourself as a human being, the world around you, and the universe. You know, to be at peace with other human beings, to be loving and kind, you know, to take care of animals and all that kind of stuff. That's spirituality. That's my understanding of spirituality. It has nothing to do with God, or Buddha, or or Muhammad, or whomever. You know, it's about an understanding of yourself, your humanity, the world around you, getting in tune with nature, which means that, you know, if you live, recycle, you know, take care of the environment. You know, don't litter. You know, don't treat your neighbors bad. Don't treat people bad. You know, have inner peace within yourself. So, you know, that to me is my understanding of spirituality. It has nothing to do with spirits or ghosts or anything like that. You know, so, you know, and then, you know, for her to talk about, well, we can talk about it. I was like, no, there's nothing to talk about. You know, when I talk to people, you know, when they come at me with this religious stuff and I give them the facts, they usually get upset, you know, and they don't want to talk to me again. So I don't even talk about it. But, you know, it just so happens that they always want to bring up the subject. And that's one subject I try to stay away from, but they always want to bring up the subject. You know, I mean, talk to me as a human being. Every other stuff is irrelevant. So that's basically what's been going on. Not, you know, I haven't had my property damaged yet so far, because I've told you guys before, you know, I'm on disability. You know, I've been blacklisted. You know, I read into stuff. It's sort of like a false, or should I say, a like a false, like schizophrenia in a sense. Where I get the reading part, sort of like dyslexia at times, and my mind kind of wanders, and I kind of read into stuff. When as far as a job, when I'm at a job and somebody's targeting me, and they bring me a work order, I'm looking at it, and I understand what I'm reading, but they're trailing their finger along. There's no need to do that, and then they're trying to, the voice patterns trying to send you subliminal messages because they're trying to condition you. So, that's why I can't be around too many people, at once, because, when I start talking them back, then they don't like it, and they get upset, and then, whatever. And then they want to fire you for whatever, because you're not going along with what they're trying to do and all this kind of stuff. So, just kind of be mindful of that. Also, you have what's called the voice to skull technology, basically, where they're basically it's a false sense of like false fake like telekinetic abilities. They're trying to make you believe that that you're psychic or something like that. That's all nonsense. They're beaming these words into your head. And the thing about it is you can't really differentiate. You can differentiate as far as your thoughts, but the voice that you hear, it's not really a voice. It's like your own thoughts, but it's not really your own thoughts. It's what they're projecting into your head. So, I always, whenever I get to a point where I feel like I'm doubting myself, then I know something's going on, and so I just kind of readjust my thought patterns, and just do what I intended to do in the first place. So just be mindful of that, and once again, learn about your targeting. Learn about your targeting. Learn about primary colors, secondary colors. Learn how colors can affect your mood, your behaviors, all this kind of stuff, because this is what they do. They use colors. Colors affect us emotionally and psychologically. So, you have to be mindful, learn about, colors and the effects, the emotional effects that they have on the human body, on the human mind, excuse me. So, just learn about your targeting, learn about the CIA experiments, MK Ultra, Mockingbird, learn about all the illegal experimentations that this country have done, and when they've gotten caught, there's a big, Senate judiciary hearings, and then after that's over with, it's back to business as usual, So, people can't say that this stuff is not happening, because it has happened in the past. This government has a pattern of abusing and experimenting on people, on unsuspecting people, as a matter of fact, without their consent. So anyway, let me play my blues lick for you guys, and like I said, hopefully, because I was pretty excited, once I learned this lick. So here you go, and if you guys comment and let me know, how I did and whatnot. So okay, so here we go. How's that? I like that. I like that. So I'm pretty excited. I've learned that little lick, and I'm gonna keep on practicing, and hopefully I'll be able to play the whole song. Probably I would say within about 2 to 3 months, because I'm gonna keep at this every day until I get this down correct. So thank you guys for watching my videos. I really appreciate the comments, and anything I can do to help you guys, just comment. You can send me an email on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, and I'll keep you guys updated on on some of the stuff that I'm experiencing. And hopefully, if you're experiencing some of those things too, that you can probably learn from my videos on how to counteract some of these these I guess some counteract some of the situations that you guys are going through. So You know, have a great Sunday. Hope you guys had a great weekend. And it's back to the grind on Monday. I'm gonna hit the gym on Monday. I'm gonna do some hack squats. I'm gonna do a little chest, and I'm not gonna do any cardio. I'm gonna rest for cardio tomorrow. And I'm actually having dinner with a friend tomorrow night, taking someone out for her birthday. So that ought to be fun and interesting. So, like I said, keep active. You know, don't be isolated. You know, go out, hang out. I don't really drink, so when I go out, I don't drink. I may have one drink maybe once in a blue moon, but I don't drink at all because you know they can hide stuff, you know, in your drink and all that kind of stuff. So I really don't trust a lot of bartenders. There's very few that I do. But like I said, you know, just go out, have a good time. You know, keep on doing what you're doing. Don't be isolated. Don't stay in your house or your apartment. You know, just be out there. You know, be visible. You know, let people know what you're experiencing because there are other people out here that are experiencing it too. So anyway, have a great Sunday again, and I'll see you guys soon.